Real quick, guys, if you want to help me get more videos out faster, you can donate to the channel at the Cash App down below. This helps me treat these videos more like a job and will help the channel and videos to grow and come out more often. I appreciate anyone who donates or doesn't donate, and don't feel like you have to be a fan of the channel. You can still show your support by liking and commenting on the video, and with that out of the way, hope you enjoyed the video. Welcome back, my students, to a brand new episode of Comic Class. In today's lesson, guys, we're going to be doing the first of my new Power Skill series. We're going to be looking at why you should respect certain characters, just going off, their power set, be it going over their strength, their speed, their tech, and their durability. If you're familiar with my versus battles and you're familiar with this 4 criteria that I look over to determine where a character skills. And yeah, today we're going to be looking at the original MIRAGE TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and yeah, it should be really interesting. So without further ado, let's jump right into today's power skill video. And yeah, let's get started. So the first thing we need to talk about is the Turtles, basically their basic strength level. Now, the Turtles, in the original TMNT run, be it the only the Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird issues that we are able to look over, the Turtles' strength is very superhuman, that's for sure. You have situations like when they fight against the Mausers, which are completely made out of metal. And this is assuming that the Mauser's metal is just normal steel. Even if it is, the fact that all the turtles, be it, even people like Michelangelo and Donatello that don't use bladed weapons, are able to completely crush the Mausers, be it their, actual metal skin or, in their joints. Is shown multiple times during their battle against the Mausers, which shows they're very consistent in being able to destroy these things that are, like I said, made out of complete metal, basically. They also fought against things like the Triceratons, which definitely should scale way above normal human strength, probably in the tons of force, which is really impressive, and they were able to damage these beings with basically just their base weapons. Even able to land like hits on them, I believe, in a physical sense, like with their hands and stuff, which was really impressive. When it came to fighting, in basic situations, they basically overpowered regular foot soldiers, who are very talented in like martial arts and basically in almost like peak physical condition, you can assume, being part of the Shredder's group of Gained, basically his Gained, or his clan, I guess how you would say it in the Ninja Turtle universe. Because they're ninjas. We also get to see that people like Michelangelo that usually don't fight with the intention to kill, when in rage after the defeat of his brother during the Shredder Strikes Back story, or was able to casually break wooden like benches and stuff with just his legs, and able to like basically attack a sandbag. And I'm not sure if it's implied that he breaks the sandbag, but yeah, he's basically using a ton of force. So overall, their base strength level is pretty up there, and definitely should put them in the superhuman range, basically above what a peak human could possibly achieve. So that's really cool. Now, jumping into the next theme, which we looked over, is their speed. Now, the turtles' speed is actually very impressive, considering the type of level they actually are in almost every other area. One thing the turtles aren't known for is their speed, but they really do have some really interesting speed feats in their original I don't know how you'd say that, interpretation, I guess, which is that they're able to dodge gunfire almost at point blank range in just their first issue in the series. They were able to also fight against the Shredder, who basically was able to fight all 4 of them, who already have shown pretty fast speeds and able to outblitz them most of the time. So that's impressive as well. We get to see that when Shredder was going to use a thermite grenade, and basically already activated it, apparently, that Donatello was able to react in like a split second and hit him and the thermite grenade off the building, and basically not get hit by the explosion. We also get to see that they're able to dodge Ultron laser beams that are meant to stun their opponents. This is shown multiple times that they're able to react to these energy beams, which should scale to about the speed of light. So as far as their reaction speed, not their travel speed or battle speed, but the reaction speed should be at bare minimum that they could react to light speed attacks, which is pretty interesting. In some cases, the light speed attacks weren't even that far away from them, so you could scale mainly either to minimum the speed of light or like a little faster. But it's pretty interesting because these things do hit multiple people. They do hit Triceratons as well, but they usually don't hit the turtles themselves when they're aware of the attacks coming at them. And like I said, gunfire definitely is basically casually dodge all the time. The fact that they're dodging the energy beams just proves that they are on that speed multiple times. They also fight against the elite guard, so I would count that as kind of like more like battle speed. And the elite guard are able to travel faster than bullet speed or speed of sound, because the elite guard, basically who the turtles are fighting against, could be like running out of the way of bullet fire. So they should be, at least in travel speed, above sound level. So overall, that is basically their speed section. Going into their techniques, which is the weapons they use, or like, the stuff they use, the tactics they use. The turtles are very tactical fighters. They have fought multiple opponents at once in a situation where they're able to have to fight against multiple people, such as Leonardo when he had to fight the foot on the rooftop, basically getting bombarded by wave after wave of these foot soldiers. He was able to survive for a very long time. When it comes to their shuriken abilities, they're able to hit opponents that are firing at them in almost a split second after seeing where they're at just like once. This is very consistent with their shuriken, being that all four turtles seem to be very adept at using shurikens to basically attack their opponents and disarm them from any weapon they might be carrying. When it comes to hand-to-hand, they scale to each other easily, with Leonardo and Raphael basically fighting each other. Like I said, stuff like shuriken, they're able to dodge shuriken at a very close range. Even multiple shuriken that are coming at them, they're able to dodge with their weapons most of the time. Which is very impressive. Their hand-to-hand combat is very good, being very martial arts based. And like I said, their weapons basically can dodge projectiles, and in the case that they can't dodge it with their weapons, they usually use dodgy techniques with their actual body. They're able to fight against some Shredder mutations that basically were able to kill Zorg. Or Zod, I think was his name, who was a Triceraton, who has definitely a very durable body, considering what we saw with the turtles versus the Triceratons. They were able to defeat these mutated Shredder mutations, basically. So they should scale around that area in what they're able to output. Be it that if they were attacked regular humans or even these mutants with full killing capacity, they probably could do what they did to Zod, basically just like rip him into pieces, most of his skin coming off. So they basically fight against a ton of people. If the situation arises that they have to use outside forces like guns and that are lying around, they will. When it comes to, like I said, hand-to-hand, Leonardo basically fought Shredder in a battle of swords, and it was a very even match, with him almost getting killed by the Shredder, but eventually they went for one final clash after a stroke of luck from his brothers. Basically gave him a second opportunity to fight the Shredder one more time, and he was able to land the killing blow and decapitate the Shredder, basically killing him. So Leonardo is very talented when it comes to his brothers, and definitely is someone to look out for when you're doing a versus battle with these four turtles. They have fought, like I said, machinery. Being in the City at War story arc, we got to see this giant machine, like bud-looking creature, basically fight against all four turtles, and they were able to defeat it, I think. Even if they weren't able to defeat it, they were able to fight it without getting killed themselves, which this machine is shown to be able to like crush the heads of regular foot soldiers like it's nothing, basically. And it basically was taking on an army of foot soldiers along with the turtles. It was crazy. And like I said, the turtles basically all fought against Shredder's elite guard, which are like crazy. Eventually, like, Donatello had to use a gun to basically save Karai from getting killed by one of them, showing that if the situation arises, they will use any means to basically try to save one of their own, or even a comrade of theirs. And yeah, Leonardo, like I said, was able to fight hand to hand and sword to sword. Almost in every aspect, was even able to break the dude's neck after their fight, came close to an end. He basically broke his neck, and the fight ended with the death of that elite guard member. So, technique-wise, they're very good. They're very good martial artists, and they're able to use shuriken really well to disarm opponents. They're very good at using their weapons. And like I said, when it comes to power-wise, what they can do with their techniques and in their weapons, they should be able to cut down a lot of different people, or in the case of Michelangelo and Donatello, be able to really hurt them pretty badly. And yeah, that's basically it for tech. The final thing we need to talk about is their durability. The turtles, like I said in the tech segment of the video, they're able to fight multiple opponents. This goes for each turtle. They should be able to hold their own against multiple opponents for a good amount of time. They fought people like Shredder that are very more advanced and talented than them, and were able to work together to pull off a win. They were able to fight against Triceratons, which are physically, it seems, superior to the turtles, and they were able to, kind of like rough it out and basically get a win. They use tactics to basically try to get out of sticky situations. They basically do whatever they need to do to basically protect each other. The Triceratons, like I said, are strong enough to be able to just like completely decapitate Ultron's heads, which are made out of like metal, and this isn't just regular metal, considering that the Ultrons are basically from space, so you have to assume that this metal must be even harder to break, and the Triceratons basically just take off its head like it's nothing. So the fact that the turtles can fight against them and even win is very important when you're power scaling these characters. Not Michelangelo, Leonardo basically took on a whole foot, a clan by himself, and didn't die. Even though he was very damaged, it took a long time for him to recover, he didn't die. So you have to look at that too. They basically took almost a point-blank explosion, and it didn't even like kill them, it didn't even like hurt them that badly. So even though the explosion didn't hit them full on, the fact that the aftershock, or they were like very close, maybe like a few feet away from the blast, and were not damaged almost at all, is very impressive. They have also fallen from like great heights, like almost like the entire building's worth, and was basically fine and able to fight hand to hand with the elite guard right after. And this is impressive for the elite guard as well, because he's basically just a normal human. At least by what we know, maybe he was mutated in a way, or they were mutated, the elite guard. But by what we know, they're just humans, so that's actually very impressive as well. And overall, their durability is really good. They don't really have a lot of durability feats in the original run when it comes to Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird's stories that they wrote. Maybe on the filler issues, there's a lot more, but I didn't want to include that. I really like to scale the turtles with only what the creators had actually written. Which is why, like, even on my channel, if you go check out the Mirage entire story, I only covered the canon story arcs that were written by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. So go check that out. Link will be in the description down below, and also at the end of this video for you to go check out that entire story run, because it's fantastic. I do recommend you go read the original Ninja Turtle run. It's just great. And yeah, overall, that's it when it comes to going over their strength, speed, tech, and durability. Overall, this was just a video to basically give a quick rundown of what you should expect from the original TMNT Mirage Turtles, the original issue 1 to issue 62 run. I do know that there's different volumes to the Mirage Turtles. It goes up to like volume 4. But I mainly wanted to just cover, I think it's called volume 1, because that was the original run, and just give a base rundown on where these characters scale. So overall, when it comes to scaling, I would say that the turtles are street level, but they do have the potential, at least from a reaction speed standpoint, and the amount of output they're able to put on certain issues, certain fights. I would put them into where they could probably take on a few people above their weight level, I guess you could say. Be it that they're very light, like a lightweight. Basically, I could think they could take down like a medium weight person, basically. Not a heavyweight, of course, but I think they can fight above their pay grade, basically a little bit. And that's basically where I put them. Overall, they're very good. Like I said, speed wise, they're definitely at base minimum. Can react to the speed of light. Which is very impressive. They can't travel that fast and they cannot battle that fast, but the fact that they can react to that puts them where they can fight people that are, pretty above them, which is very cool. And like I said, all the feats are here in the video. If you have any more feats that come from volumes 2 or 3 that you want to include, be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the turtles. And if you have never checked out the Mirage turtles, I recommend you go check out my video. I have a video series going over every canon story arc in the original run. I also have a video that has the entire story of those videos put together if you want to watch it in one go. It's about like an hour and I think almost 30 minutes. You can check that out as well. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next video, guys, God bless you. Until the next power skill, keep on reading those comments.